disgusting.
Well, I think
I got it. There, should be working now.
Okay.
Click of a button.
Done?
Yep, that's me. I'm done. Sorry.
Debbie?
you guys ready? I got a lot of overtime this week, so I probably shouldn't be here. But I had a Board of Health meeting on Wednesday. That was just like to give the new director the authority to sign and an introduction to her to the board and the board members back to her. I'm really excited about her. She's talked a lot about, she's going all around to other counties and going to their board of health meetings and going to their public health departments and seeing what they're doing and maybe ways that we can collaborate. So I think that there's a lot of potential with her. Actually, Kristen, if you don't mind, the 26th, she tentatively would come in and introduce herself to all of you guys.
Okay.
Once you hear her resume, your jaw's gonna drop and you're wondering why she's in Navajo County, but it's very exciting. Then I had an ICCD meeting that day, and nothing too crazy there. We're gonna expand our grants that we did for the facade because we ended up getting more interest on our CDs than what we expected. And there were some people that applied that we were passionate should have probably gotten some money. So we ended up giving out another 10,000. I can't say who because Laura has to reach out to them first. But we also adopted our budget, and the budget is balanced, I would say, and it looks pretty good. I can pass it around if you guys want to see it. And then the Cedar Rapids Metro was there to give us an update on what they're doing for us. We give them money from ICCD to help promote Iowa County. I think it's only like $1,500.
What you're doing for us?
We discussed pulling out completely, but we got him down to $1,500. But I did do a podcast with them too a few weeks ago. I forgot about that. And then I had my EMA meeting last night, which was more so just to elect a new chair and co-chair because
Who did they lose?
because Rob's now gone and Adam's not the mayor anymore. So it ended up being Sauerbrei and then me as vice chair. What else was that? My paperwork for that too.
So did you become that because you're sheriff, or that's just a
Well,
logical choice?
I asked what the chair really does, and
Just runs the meeting, right?
well, there's a lot of paperwork that they have to sign. So I figured that was kind of logical for him. The rest of us are all over to try to track us down to sign paperwork.
Okay.
So I was okay with that one. The radio system that he gave an update, everything seems to be going okay. I did bring up, I think we had said something in a meeting about Johnson County when they had that fire. You're the one that brought it up.
Right.
That fire in Oxford and our radios weren't communicating. Apparently it was because of a recorder in Clayton County that was like set up incorrectly and it was blocking all of the communication. So I was assured that that's not going to be a continual problem. You'll see in our claims packet, I questioned what that was, why we bought a whole new generator for the Marengo Tower site for $15,000. And I think we had some emails from Rob a while back about the mice getting into it, and to repair it was going to be $5,000 apparently. But then he still wouldn't know if it was fully fixed because of the mice damage. So he went out and got bids from a few people, and Kohler was less than Cummins. I think the Cummins was $25,000 and this one's $15,000. And apparently ICAP is probably not going to pay for it. They're still in limbo because they want to know how much of the damage was mice chewing versus mice urine. And they're like, well, there's no way to decipher that.
Wouldn't it be the same problem though? The mice caused it.
Remember, we got that email from Rob talking to the adjuster or whatever, like, this is ridiculous, we need to have this, why haven't you out here looking at it? And then with this new generator, if that really works, then, because the other generator is gonna have to be replaced eventually, instead of going with that 20-some thousand, this is gonna be probably the norm.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something about soy-based wiring or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, it was brought up. And then we discussed the legislation updates where now they're capped at 3% year over year. So that was maybe, I think it was enough.
I had Pioneer Cemetery last night. Everything was pretty much normal, except for I can't remember the name of the cemetery, but the Baptist church wants a place to bury. You remember the name of the cemetery?
Is it Bishop's?
Might be. I mean, it's the Pioneer Baptist Cemetery.
It's west of the Emmanuel Church on the corner,
Yeah.
by Brian Wardenberg's.
And they are being very good about it. They don't care what they would like. I mean, they'd take the whole thing. They would take part of it. There's a part that they could bury people. I mean, that doesn't have any burials in it. And so, but we kind of talked last night, and I think everybody's kind of in agreement. It's up to us, the board of supervisors, I believe. Is that correct? What we do.
That's what I understood, that they explained it to me.
So, but everybody on the committee last night pretty much agreed that just to give them the whole thing or sell them the whole thing for $1 or whatever, because they're gonna take care of it and possibly put a fence around or they were there last night, the Baptist church, a couple people from there, and possibly put a fence around the area where the Pioneer Cemetery is now, where the known burials are. But it won't, if they have 12 burials in 50 years, it will lose its Pioneer cemetery status, but.
Which is fine if they take it over.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's for the betterment, something, it's for the betterment of the cemetery.
it's better than the cemetery.
They'll keep it up.
More
on
under the county, I believe. Yeah, I
Makes sense.
believe that they'll keep it up,
Oh, yeah.
if not as good as the Pioneer Cemetery, if not better,
So
because there'll be one burials out
if
there.
they fence off the Pioneer Cemetery part, would that let it keep the Pioneer status?
No, well, I don't believe so, because because if we decide to give them the whole thing, I think the only way you can keep the Pioneer Cemetery is if you section it off and have a survey, and then the county would have to keep that, and, I mean,
I think it'd be cleaner to skip the whole
yeah,
thing.
there was a couple people that were for sectioning it off, and they changed their minds later when a couple people explained to them. I mean, it's the Pioneer Baptist Cemetery, like someone said, they're gonna take care of it, I mean, it's.
Still gonna have the same name.
Yeah, and I mean, it's their, that's their ancestry or whatever, so.
Way back there used to be a church.
Yeah.
Baptist church.
Where's that at exactly?
You know where Brian Warburg lives? It's west of Emmanuel Church, about
Where
2 miles. maybe?
Osweiler just moved.
Oh, yeah, right there on the curb?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't remember, I don't know why I don't remember the
I
name.
know, it's Baptist Bishop's name, so.
It might be, but I mean, they,
Sits up high up the road.
Yep.
yeah, and they would be more than happy for anything. I mean, they're willing to work with us, but I mean, they would be ecstatic, I think, to get the whole thing. So, I mean, that's my opinion, but it sounds like the board talked to the attorney, and the board of supervisors is the one that has that authority anyways, to decide what to do. But they're gonna meet them. We didn't do anything on it because they wanna meet with the church representatives the next meeting, which is July 2nd. And then I think after that, they're gonna make a recommendation to the board of supervisors, I believe. But so that's pretty much the main thing we talked about last night, other than the budget, which looks good, and everything else is normal, so.
So they do understand that all their money gets swept out at the end of the year. There seems to be concern, or they talked about,
Hold it over.
yeah, they don't get to do that.
I don't think there's gonna be that much to hold over, but the way it looks,
Okay.
but I don't, yeah, I mean, I think they were trying to, I didn't.
They talked about t-shirts, that should be on their own dime.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
I was not there for the last meeting, but yeah,
That was an email, I go, yeah, that shouldn't not come out of the fund.
yeah.
Why would you need t-shirts?
Working out.
Another commission.
So, but I mean, didn't really talk about the t-shirts, but they brought up the design or something, and that
It
was
was on, some reason I saw the emails.
yeah.
I told them 3 times, you can take the apple.
Oh, no. But that's it, that's all I have.
So all I had is, Chris and I went and talked to Dylan last week, and we had the leak in the roof in the courthouse. I didn't check if it leaked this last
He
week.
said, he just told me, of course it did. That's what he told me, of course it did yesterday.
It did.
That's what he told me.
Okay, so he's supposed to be getting somebody to look at it, but he's coming in today, so we talked to him about that. And then we talked about the REA building as well, and then we went over and kind of looked at the doors at the engineer's office and figured out a plan for those. And then, other than that, I had a call about, you know, what is the status of cleaning up the Little Amana exit?
I haven't heard anything. Have you?
We're still waiting for the one guy out of Omaha.
Yeah, I just told the subject there's some discussions going on, so hopefully some movement will be.
It's supposed to be one way or the other.
And we don't own it.
Yeah, and we don't want to own it.
No.
But hopefully that something comes with getting moving with that. I think the people out in that neighborhood are just getting tired of it, which I rightfully so, but it's just, I told them it's probably kind of a process that we have to go through to do it right and get it done, so.
Yeah, the expense of getting the asbestos out is what the deal breaker is.
I bet.
So did you talk to anybody about any other aspects of it at REA?
No, you mean like if there's, no, but I can go talk to him.
Yeah, let's do that.
Chris and I could go.
I can't today. I'm going to Milwaukee as soon as this is over.
You going to where?
Milwaukee.
For what?
Get away.
Oh, nice.
And then I won't be here on the 26th. So, got a family event up in Sioux City, so.
One thing I should probably mention too is the mayor Victor was there last night and they're still not sure if they're gonna approve their contract.
Which, that's up to them.
Right?
Yeah.
This, we don't negotiate, it's what it is what it is.
Right?
And if it doesn't happen, wouldn't this be the ideal time, because we wouldn't have to hire another deputy in place?
Yeah. I just don't think they have the money for it and I get that.
But they have to hire somebody,
Yeah, we have to have law enforcement somehow.
by code.
IDK.
I talked to the sheriff and he went to the meeting. And he thought he explained it very well, why it's the way it is.
It's not a moneymaker for us.
You know?
I saw that. I'll take them.
Hey, you don't have to put up with it.
Is that bribery with him?
Might be.
Just the delivery boy.
That's what they all say. Oh, before I forget, J Avenue on that bridge, now the railing's gone.
What's wrong with your section?
I think it was.
How about that, Iowa Johnson line the other day? Holy smokes, the water was crazy over there.
Was it?
Yeah,
Where at?
over Reef Farm, you know where that's at?
How far south is Six?
Oh, no. We went over there, it was going over the road in two places, and it was about knee deep.
Was it?
Mhm.
How about that bridge we put in,
Yeah,
will that be Johnson County section?
no, I think it's our section.
The timber bridge that was put in probably 10 years ago now? That
It is
one?
a timber bridge, it's. Hold on.
Yeah, I know that, the man's got whacked pretty hard and it was kind of spotty.
Yeah, it was.
Did you get the 5 inches?
No.
I was looking out.
Yeah.
And I was like, looking at the storm and all of a sudden this big branch smashed right into the glass right in front of me. And I was like, downstairs.
Yeah, you guys, it was the worst there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we lost a tree.
I didn't lose the tree. I just.
Find it?
More branches flew up.
You're so funny.
But yeah, that corn is, I mean, that should come back, but
Yeah, the corn, yeah, Zuber's corn was like this, but it looked like it was already starting to.
Between 200th and 210th.
200 and 210.
The Clear Creek runs through there.
Yeah, I think that's Johnson County's.
Oh, Jared lied, he said that was ours.
Section.
Fuck that down, first time you lied to you.
Yeah, I could be lying to you too. I'm not.
I did it first time too then.
Anyway. Okay, kind of working on that bridge whenever they can. At 52, we did do some patching earlier this week. And I think that they're probably still going on that. And then our guys have done a little bit of total patching, but today, mostly today and this week, making sure that everything is good from the storms that we've been having. And we are also getting ready for redoing that pad out at the yard on Monday. I think we've got a good idea what we're gonna do there. And then the Iowa Johnson line, we're starting to move rock in to the landfill and getting those over there today, and rock will come in Monday. So that's kind of what our guys have been doing. And then with the office and stuff, the preliminary plans were all submitted. We're mostly just doing projects, and then the Iowa Johnson and the yard stuff. And then I did get the preliminary plans submitted for I-4055 and the checklist and all that good stuff. And then the request for proposal for W21 that is written, and we have the DOT approval, and those will go out today. So,
The R Avenue, I think it's R Avenue Bridge that you put in.
Yep.
I drove across that. Is it supposed to be rocked on top?
there can be like a little bit of whatever the grader does.
Okay.
Most of the time, no, but
Okay, doesn't do any harm.
it's not gonna hurt anything. But how much is on there?
I couldn't tell it was concrete. My lawn across it.
Does it have potholes in it yet?
No, there's no potholes.
I'll talk to them about it.
I'm just curious. I didn't think we did that.
No, not usually. I gotta go back out there and check those signs too, so.
Hey, are we changing all of our speed limit signs now? Is that gonna be a lot of money?
Money wise, it won't be too bad. We were talking last week, we're also having to reevaluate some of the curves and the stop ahead sign stuff, or stop sign ahead signs because of all the speed limit stuff. But I think, all the counties are in the same problem, so I think they're having a meeting about it sometime next week. And they're gonna come out with more stuff, but I don't know. I think we're gonna order like 30 signs at, $50 a piece. So anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 is what it'll cost us. You can get stickers.
It's not nearly as bad as I thought it'd be.
No, it's gonna be more, we're having to just reevaluate some of the curves.
Some of those should have been changed anyhow, probably for the reflectivity, right? Isn't there a standard on those?
Yeah, we can figure it out. That's why we're just gonna go ahead and buy them instead of stickers. We're just gonna buy the signs.
I figured there'd be more than that.
Does that affect anything road wise, like curves and?
Well, it could affect the signs, because, let's just say if a curve is for like 50 miles an hour. So before, if you're going 55 and now you gotta go 50, you want to slow down 5 miles an hour, no signage needed. But now if you're going 60, you gotta slow down to 50. It's a 10 mile an hour drop, you may need signs. So I am vaguely aware, just enough to get me in trouble with all that. So I'm kind of waiting for the rest of the guidance, and we're taking a look.
Listen, you mentioned some of the stuff, head signs might have to be moved farther back for distance to stop.
But then it becomes, like he said, the rumble strips are in the spot now for a 55 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So,
We'll get forgiveness, right?
We'll figure out something. There's ranges.
We do with all the old signs. So we'll say we hate her.
He doesn't want them.
Yeah.
He can't go. He can't go get that.
Are they out doing like traffic counts?
Yeah.
I saw they were running those.
Yep, they're doing traffic counts, and they're also doing density tests. I don't know if they're here doing those density tests, but
what's
Yeah.
that density test?
on gravel roads, just to check the density of the roads, yeah. They're doing them at least in Taylor right now, and people are going crazy.
What do they do, like board down?
I don't know if they just get it wet and drive a roller over, I don't know, I haven't been out there. I figure they're just gonna do what they do.
They were was, I was kind of surprised they were working, it was like 8:30 the other night, and they were out by my place doing the check, not the density, but the,
count.
yeah.
And they're out
I
on
was
Sunday,
surprised.
some out on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, DOT, they're known for working hard.
Well, yes.
Getting after it.
I don't know, I've heard a lot of fraud in that department.
It's high.
Not part of it, right?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
You're a county worker.
My,
Yeah, now you change your tune, so.
my mouth's shut there. Yeah, maybe if somebody wants to swing by Thursday afternoon, if we open bids, if not, we can do it Zoom, or you don't even have to swing by. I don't know.
We're accruing a lot of overtime here, Monday, so
The 18th,
Yeah,
I have an IWCA meeting, so I can't be there.
you have a time?
I think they're supposed to be due at 3. We can FaceTime. Most people are probably gonna email me and like,
So now you're trying to talk me out of Sean, do you want me there or not?
that's up to you. I don't really need you, but if you feel more comfortable being there.
I should look at some of it, I'm just not
You
you.
went fraud.
I know.
Everybody, I offered to be there, but obviously you wanted somebody else.
No, you're good to be there. You're good to be there.
You just need one, probably.
Well, you.
I'm just trying to, just to save you a trip, because it seems kind of pointless, but
Well, if I gotta come over for something anyhow, I can just be here.
yeah, that's fine.
He's getting a stipend, he can earn it.
In some office hours, answering phone calls.
Yeah,
Trust me, there's days I answer hot phone calls.
Do you really want him here?
She's in the same situation there. And you wouldn't, but,
Salesman calls, we just get it.
yeah, I know, thank you. You could tell some of them no right up front,
Which ones? That's the problem.
all of them.
We, it's not on here, but we did not get picked for the bridge grant thing. So that's too bad. Woody's looking at getting a new roof for us at the Parnell shop. I think they got a leak and stuff, so. And then we might help Woody out in the future around Legion and transportation, that side road.
We talked about that a year ago, I think.
We talked about it a lot, yeah. We might just bring in a little bit of dirt or something and build up that road.
The space in between where the Legion Park's on anyhow, we're gonna get rid of the grass.
Yeah, so we'll probably end up scraping the rock off the current road, move some of that dirt over, some of the topsoil, build a little ditch and build up that road just a bit. So her road will be soft, for sure, for a while, and then somebody is gonna have to pay for the rock, if we put more rock down. I don't pay for materials. So
I'm glad you offered.
I offer
He's helping.
maintenance or equipment and men.
No, that's appreciated, so we can get it done.
So it might be a little bit, because they're gonna be doing the concrete at the yard next week, and then Iowa Johnson. So it might be, and then we gotta put in a culvert over on Q on the seal coat. So,
On Q Boulevard?
yeah, there's a culvert that's kind of went bad, a metal culvert, so we're trying to get our hands on a concrete one. Then once we do all that, July 1 will be here, and we'll start doing some construction on a dirt road.
What?
We got 3 pipes coming in for 160th Street
Oh,
up in Honey Creek Township. Yeah, that's,
does the DOT keep you informed of anything on the interstate? They don't, do you?
we're having a meeting next week.
You want to ask them a question for me, because somebody told me a bad rumor.
Okay,
Somebody was trying to tell me that under, like right now, the Waynesburg one, it's 4 lanes. Then when they reconstruct it, they're gonna knock it down to 2 lanes.
the meeting is about the lanes underneath the bridge or something. You wanna be in the meeting?
I would be against that.
Go to the meeting.
Yeah, what, it's a Zoom meeting, I believe, Tuesday.
So you've heard the rumor too then.
I don't know what it's about. I just know that it was reconstruction of
The reconstruction, they get rid of the 4 lanes.
Was there?
Under the bridge, you mean?
Yeah, and make it down to 2.
What would be the gain there? What would be the gain for the DOT? Need more?
Dude, I don't know, it's just has.
No, I know, but I mean,
Would they
like,
not need,
from a construction standpoint, why
So
would
there's
they need
2
to get
lanes
rid
right
of it?
now, right?
Well, I say just 4.
2 on each side.
2 on each side. And they're gonna knock it down just to.
1 on each side.
One each direction.
That me,
No.
no.
Underneath.
From
by
Williamsburg
McDonald's.
to,
But every time you go through there, how many people have to wait? How many people decide your farm equipment be in 1 lane?
well, yeah, but now you won't have to wait with the roundabouts.
Yeah, okay, now I need to be on this call.
I'll,
I'd be all for roundabouts. I hate this waiting at.
No,
these
I don't.
stoplights. Once
I
you
just
hit
try-
one
He
in your
does that because
mall.
it does bugs.
Those
yeah, I was just trying to buck you.
Those are the worst stoplights on the planet.
But I lived in England for 3 years, so I like roundabouts.
I like the
I
roundabouts.
don't know what it's about, I just know it's Tuesday, and it's with the DOT and with. I can send you the invite, I think, I can try,
Really?
I can do that.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
You know what time is it?
10:30,
Or Zoom, maybe.
somewhere between 10 and 11, I think.
Really? I'm taking my horse trailer. I can keep it in 1 lane with the horse trailer. And not hit the curb.
Better driver than me, I guess.
World class truck
Is it
driver.
10:30?
Give somewhere between 10 and 11, I believe, is when it starts. It was a Monday at a certain point, and then it was changed to a different time on Monday, and now it's Tuesday. So I'll do what I can to try to send you a Zoom link or get you
Send
a
them the
link.
link.
Because if they put new bridges in, they can probably save money by making it a smaller bridge.
also they're putting new bridges there too.
But the span is still, the span will still be the same.
Yeah, they still gotta go across the
Yeah, they
span.
still got the spans, they're not gonna change.
You would if you fill it in.
But
I don't think they
maybe
wanna
the
fill it in.
or the pilings can be closer.
Yeah, I think it costs a lot of money to fill it in too.
I'm just repeating what I hear. Meeting, so something's up.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know.
It's probably not a whole lot to say anyways, really. Is there, I mean, it's their road, right?
And by the time it gets out to us, it's their road in the city of Williamsburg. So I have no say. I mean,
Williamsburg, maybe.
the head board person and the mayor, are you with the mayor of Williamsburg? too? You probably have a say.
I would have the city administrator or the mayor involved.
Yeah, so I forgot I was gonna call him this morning.
So I know nothing about it except there's a meeting. Sorry.
Okay. You have anything else for Nick?
Alrighty.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
So that's all for this weekend?
I see you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, holiday, vacation, holiday.
We love fishing.
Yeah, watch out for bears.
My brother's up in Canada right now.
Oh, Kevin,
Good weather?
They just
we're gonna
left.
do anything about it, we got the money?
He said gas was like $6.75.
Yeah, we're gonna let them know by the 1st of July, right?
675 a gallon up there.
In Canada, yeah.
Just put it on your radar.
We always, seriously?
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
We saw by the liter. We always fill up on this side and then we don't ever get gas up there.
We're not meeting next week.
Yeah, it's Juneteenth. We're gonna be celebrating.
But she talked about it, that we're gonna meet during the
See
year.
what he said.
Yeah, but you have to say when it is.
$6.35 a gallon, so he probably figured it out by the liter, he's that type of guy, and converted it.
But.
So 16.
Converted to gallons and then converted it to US dollars.
When she was here
He would do that,
until the next meeting, we should be.
but this is the first time for him, they're doing a fly-in.
We didn't want to.
Yeah, fun,
So, no phones, he said,
right?
they have an emergency satellite phone on the island or wherever they're going, but
Mm-hmm.
he just retired, so it's his,
Where's he going out of?
I don't know that.
All right, you guys have a good one.
You too.
See you later. So do you want to go back to communications? That's pretty much all I had, so.
All right, I didn't have a lot. Dylan and I met out at the county home. It was leaking out there.
Everything's leaking.
I know, got bladders and he went up on the roof of the cocky gun. He thinks he got it because we never heard anything yesterday. Where the roof, the flashing meets the brick where it goes up, there's a big gap there and he just filled it in a bunch of caulk. They're out there cleaning wild, holy cow, it's smelling like salt. And then I brought over my little pull behind sprayer. He's gonna pull or spray down around the building down there to kill everything off and kill stuff off before. He talked about Nick doing that at work. You know, I don't know if you guys remember that. We were gonna blow that dirt like Nick was gonna do and blow it rock because we don't have to mow it and then they can pour it on it. I think that's all I have. A few phone calls here and there to take care of it. Liquor licenses. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Were we ready for seller certifications?
I think so. I perused through them. I think everything looks up to snuff. I'll make a motion to approve them unless anybody has any more discussion.
Okay, so we'll just a second. What is the difference between 7 and 12?
We have to do a
I
resolution.
put 12 on and didn't realize she already had on, so just marked 12 off.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Sorry.
That's fine. Okay, let's stop a minute and let Dylan go through. Wanna step on up, sir?
Come on up, Big Daddy.
Nice. Alright, well, I ain't got much for you guys, because I've been, gone the last couple of weeks. But just this week, we've had a couple of roofs leak, especially at the courthouse. Evan said he's not comfortable doing it. He said it's probably more than what he could probably do. So he gave me some references to call and reach out to. And have people come look at it, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say get a hold of them.
Yeah. Yep, he sent me the contact information for, Team K, oh, not Team K. It's, maybe it is Team K, roofing,
Yeah.
out of Ely.
AT&K roofing, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give them a shout this afternoon and see if they can swing on down. So we get something figured out about that. There was a roof leak at the county home, which there was just some flashing. It's like a standing seam roof, like what they have at the engineer's office and jail kitchen. And there's like the roof butts up to a brick wall and there's a piece of flashing that was basically tacked on to that brick. And one of the fasteners popped out and the flashing was kind of, well, the caulking on top of the flashing was bad. So recocked that, haven't heard. So I imagine no news is good news. And then Parnell's was just an old tin roof and it had like the ring shrink nails with the rubber washers on it. So I went down there and probably silicone about every nail in the roof and it's still leaking. So I'm working with Nick on that and possibly maybe bid out a new roof on something like that. Besides that,
How big is that shed?
So it's the north side, it's probably like 60 feet long by 40 feet wide. I'd say it's probably like a 3 deep and 2 wide.
Already anything with that?
And maybe I can get T and K to look at that too.
Did you get that cap on that pipe?
No, not yet, no.
Probably, it's gotta be right, on that, I would think, because we can see right up it.
Where's, is that in the,
It's on the north side, and it's the east pipe or the west pipe,
what is it in the gym part or is it in the,
Gym part, yes.
gym part, that little
Okay.
furnace room.
Furnace, well, second furnace. 2 furnace rooms.
yeah. Well, there's 4 furnace rooms in that old gym part.
Well, it's, I can't remember.
Okay, but it's on the north side.
Yeah, the cap must have came off.
Oh,
And actually, I don't even think that's used, was it, Chris? It's
No,
just
it wasn't used.
So I think just get the top covered up.
is it like an old sheet metal chimney?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pipe,
Yeah, okay. It's not PVC though.
nope,
no,
it's metal. I'd say get that covered as soon as you can.
Probably like a 4-inch or
6
Yeah,
inch probably.
4 or 6
4 or
inches.
6, yeah.
I can stop at Swifties and they probably got a couple steel caps.
Just something to stop the water from
Yeah.
going down there.
Yeah.
If I get time today, I might stop at the conference.
And then what were you thinking about that handicap door? You're saying just get like a little piece of steel and then like tack on it to that ramp and then,
I didn't know if maybe Menards or those has something.
It has like a threshold that, right, you
like
know.
an extendable thread?
Yeah,
So it's just sticking up like this,
Yeah.
you just need something to come off,
So-
maybe
so-
this
so
far.
gradual.
Just-
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cause I couldn't, okay.
So I know that we put it on our ramp in our store, because it wasn't, it's not that wide.
Yeah. Okay.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know, whoever the construction person put it on. So the wheelchair could go up our ramp,
Mhm.
you know, because it wouldn't ramp would have that lift. So
Can you just take a picture of it and send it to us?
next week, before I get down there.
Well, I could probably just get,
And I'll forget by then.
I could probably just get like another threshold basically. And then, like you said, just make sure it's not like steep, make sure it's gradual.
Yeah,
I would say it's about that long, you know, about that wide, they're not very wide, you don't take much.
If you go like into Waynesburg lumber and tell them what you need to do, they usually have the idea of what it is, so.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Has anyone talked to him about, Brandy's concern with
I did.
the
Mhm.
doors? Okay,
That should be taken care of now.
it is?
Mhm.
Okay.
How about the engineer office? doors?
How's that taken care of?
So I took
I'll
the,
tell you a little bit later.
I took the seal off the left-hand side and then I adjust the closing speed on the closer. That helps.
So the front one, the main door works now?
Yeah, the main door works, and then I don't know, I thought about maybe taking some of the screws out of the hinge, and getting like some 3-inch deck screws and running it through there, maybe to suck that one side in even more.
On the
On the
south.
south
On the
door,
garage door.
so,
That seemed to be working better just with what we did.
yeah. Basically we just tightened up the hinges, right, and then tightened up the screws that hold the frame in.
Right, to get a little sander, just sand that one side too, a little bit where it sticks.
Maybe the seals are causing that door not to, probably part of the reason why I won't close it.
Yeah, that front door, the seals are just binding up in there.
Mhm. And so there's like adjustments in them seals, but they had the screws all the way on one side, so you couldn't push it back anymore. So now I gotta figure out, I probably need to get a new seal with bigger holes in it.
You just drill the slide part, just drill next to it to make it longer.
Why you do that too, yeah. I just get a Dremel in there maybe and.
Yep, just extend it towards the door so you can slide it back.
Mhm. That's that.
Any other questions?
Getting sleep. Some intervals. It's not bad.
It's worth it.
It is.
Have 6.
Yeah,
He's gonna, I heard.
no. I'm not sure. I'm even ready for the second one yet.
It'll take 9 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't wanna give Seth a run for his money, so.
You better.
Maybe everything about.
Yeah, he's got some, we had Marino solid here for a couple school years.
Yeah.
No kidding.
You need to move to
No declining enrollment here.
Winfield.
One man saves the school.
Save money on clothes, just passing on.
Alright,
Thanks.
yep, you guys have a good weekend.
Thank you.
You too.
Watch out for AC bridges.
Okay, so, sorry to interrupt you earlier.
You should be sorry.
I have a lot. The FY salary certification considerations. So what is that different than the number 8?
You have to do a
There's a
resolution.
resolution.
So number 7,
I've seen some-
we have to make a consideration and then we have to do the resolution.
The resolution was in our packet, I think.
I know, probably on my desk. Somewhere.
So it's just consideration, you just need one motion basically, right? For the resolution.
Yeah, it's in our package. Right after liquor license.
FY 27 salaries resolution. So, salary consideration. We can go on from that, correct? We can do the resolution.
I think so. I don't think we even make, no, normally do 2 motions.
I don't think so. We just need a resolution to approve the presented wage salary certifications. Is there a motion to approve the resolution 2026-06-12?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Do we need to do this by roll call, you know, Brandy? This one? You don't know?
Let me see.
I don't think it would hurt.
Yeah, go ahead.
You get to do it.
Roll call, Deegan,
Aye.
Montrose.
Aye.
Moss,
I,
Meyer.
Aye.
Okay, Susan.
Aye. Resolution,
so I think that's one that you have to have 4/5, and when you have to have 4/5, or sorry, 3, yeah, we'd have to have 4 or 5.
resolution 2026-06-12 has passed. Okay, Becky, you want to come on up?
Right, Becky?
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. You got my whatever you want to call it.
Report?
Yes,
There you
report, there you go. Not coming up with words this morning. So vehicles, we're still no news on vehicles. Working on getting all the vehicles through, all the buses and vans through the DOT inspection for the year. That's been going well. Should have them all done by the end of next week. As far as the budget stuff, does anybody have any questions on that?
No.
That's all I have.
Any questions? And we talked to Dylan earlier and Nick, there might be some work happening down around there.
Yeah.
Just so you understand the flow of traffic might have to change.
Yeah.
Until they get it fixed up.
And we can manage that. We can sneak around on the side closer to the pond and.
And then conservation's work's gonna start too sometime.
I think, yeah, it's end of August, they're gonna start on that project.
My only concern with that is, and I've told you guys before, that they're not getting too close to our doors on that west side, so we can't get straight in order to back in.
Not supposed to be.
Yeah, that's supposed
They
to
were
That's
talking
what-
about islands at one time, they got rid of the islands, I thought.
think so.
And we may have to get some signage to put on those overhead doors so that nobody's
No parking
parking. Yeah, because that does happen occasionally, they'll,
Oh, really?
and you know, they may think over the weekend we're not there, but if there's an emergency or something, and we have to get those buses out, we can't be blocking those.
Make sure the signage states that.
Right. Whether it's Monday through Friday
No parking
or,
anytime.
right, exactly.
Okay.
So.
Never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to vote on anything for that budget?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's
All
good.
right, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
See you, Becky, have a good weekend.
Yes.
Sorry to hear about your mother.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry about that too. I meant to text you.
Prayers to you and the family, so.
Thank you.
Sheriff's appointment is scheduled for July 10th. We need to set a time. Is there a motion to set the time for 10 a.m. July 12th? 10th? 10th. Sorry.
So you're, I probably won't be here, the 10th, that'll be that pig show day down at the county fair.
I won't see you here on the 10th either.
That's when we're going to appoint.
That's what we're supposed to appoint. Because we only have so many days to appoint.
And so then setting this will make it so it goes out, like we have to send it out to the paper or.
Actually,
No, that's going out before that.
I will be here. Our flight don't leave till like 10 o'clock at night.
Because that's supposed to be getting published shortly, if I remember right. We only have like 30 days from time termination to appoint, I think. And then it's supposed to be publicized that we're going to appoint. It gives them a chance to either call for a special election or somebody turn in their paperwork to be.
Who do they turn into? Us? Do they?
The auditor, I believe, right?
I can't remember the lawyer is supposed to be writing that up.
Write up like what would go out?
Yeah. Tim Dill was in here and talked about that, so I don't know if it's still in that Tim or the other Tim's hands. It's supposed to be getting switched to.
I was gonna write it up, and then
The lawyer.
Friday, right? Yeah, the lawyer was the attorney.
Because we worried about the conflict of interest that the meeting was gonna take it back over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a lot.
That's why I want them involved, make sure we're doing the steps as correctly as possible. Since I've never done it before. And it's different for seems like every office that we have to appoint somebody.
So you need a motion.
Need a motion to approve that time,
At 10 a.m.
10 a.m. July.
I'll make a motion for 10 a.m. on July 10th.
For a second,
I'll second
all in favor say aye.
it.
Opposed say nay. Motion approved. Veterans Affairs Commission's appointments for 2 expiring terms.
Who's that?
It was
Wah.
WAP and
And.
In your packet.
Oh, yeah.
As far as I know, they both are gone, don't they?
I would assume.
yes, is there a motion to reappoint
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
To reappoint
Michael WAP and Patty
Michael Walker
Hutchinson?
and Patty Hutchinson on the Veterans Commission.
So was there a second?
Yes. I
All
did.
in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Change meeting date for next week.
Or do we want to have a meeting? Because that was what Randy was questioning.
Right, because we also don't meet on the 3rd. She was concerned about too much stuff, but I don't know if anything next week. Is there anything down for next week? Shouldn't be.
We worked our
There's
hours.
not anything down because we aren't gonna be here.
I see no need to meet. There's nothing.
Unless something comes up, I mean, you can call it, right?
Yeah, we can call a meeting and if people are busy, as long as we have 3.
Well, I'm available on the 15th if something comes.
Yeah, I mean, I should be able,
Yeah. I mean,
basically all week.
So as of right
If
now,
you call special meetings, or,
Yeah,
I just
I'm relatively around too.
I just need 24 hours notice.
I'm good with that. If
And nobody has anything as of right now that, of this board that
I have nothing that needs to be.
No, nothing
actually be taken. Okay, as of right now, we will not meet unless I or Randy get a hold of you guys. Do we have anything for the next meeting as of right now? Which will be
July
26th.
Is that what you want me to put this on then for?
Yes,
Other?
yes. We'll put down on the 26th, we need to figure out if we had money left, if we want to do that red or dry or not.
Yeah.
So that's
On June 26th.
on June 26th. We can't make a decision until I think later today, it's on the agenda.
Right.
That's for what?
Red or dry?
We told them we'd call back July
Yeah,
1st.
I just happened to look down, I said, we better get that. So I could help you.
We'll have to look at where we're at.
As I said, that's why we told we do it like one.
I guess we did talk about that when we did that water.
I think the best way, we would need to do an ending fund balance report and a budget expense worksheet so that we can see where we were low on and what funds we're gonna designate towards it.
I'm sure we have funds left, we'll have funds left over if we
I'm pretty sure we
decide,
do too.
if we decide to do it.
I'd like to.
I'm really feeling like it's hokey, but it's works every place they put it.
Right.
I mean, when you call every, I mean, you know, that's the thing. is that
Everybody says, I don't know why.
Sounds hokey, but yeah,
Everybody says, I don't know why it works, but it's worked.
but it works, so.
What is this for? Just so I can put it in the minutes.
The red or dry?
It's like a,
It's like a dehumidifier for the,
it's supposed to
So
dry,
magnetic-
it's for drying out the courthouse basement,
Okay.
yeah. But it, yeah, nobody really knows what it actually is. Ion, it's ionic, right, or something?
Yeah, it's told me how
Yeah.
many times it's stuck.
It takes the salt out of the brick so that the water doesn't follow it.
Yeah,
And the salt's ionic.
yeah, so,
yeah, he said like in the first year.
After a couple of years,
yeah, you'll have to scrape the salt off the wall.
we can refinish the basement because we can't get anything with the stick.
Yeah. But he didn't recommend painting it anyways, did he?
Not for a while.
Not for a while, because the walls need to breathe.
Because they'll just keep chipping off anyway.
Okay, is there anything else? And we'll move on.
Can we take a quick recess?
Yeah.
Not for a moment, just a normal recess.
Okay,
Recess,
we're in recess for a few minutes.
recess.
Call the meeting back to order.
You ready for me to start?
Yep.
Okay, I'll start with my EMS report. May, we had 141 responses, 113 of those were transports, 28 refusals. So for the year to date, we are averaging 143.2 responses compared to 158 a month last year. Transports 102.6 per month compared to 119, and 37 refusals per month compared to 39. There were 35 times both ambulances were busy at the same time. 5 of those 35 times we were able to staff an extra ambulance, and we had out-of-county ambulance requested 3 times. The 23 transfers out of Compass. Finance made actual expenses $168,154 compared to a monthly budget of $209,107. Year-to-date expenses are $2,179,322 compared to a year-to-date budget of $2,300,177. So the difference right now between budgeted and actual is $120,855. Part of that, $100,000 of that is planned carryover for the next ambulance. So May actual revenue, $110,283. Year-to-date actual revenue, $1,137,165 compared to a budget of $1,085,792. So the difference in actual versus budgeted, $51,374. The difference between actual expenses and actual revenue is $1,042,157 compared to a budgeted difference of expenses and revenue of $1,214,385. So at the end of May, we were sitting at $172,229 positive variance. Year-to-date cost per transport, $1,930 compared to our average charge of $1,556 and average revenue per transport of $973. Finances are looking okay. I think we'll make it through the end of the year. Most bills are already paid. Satisfaction was at 98.1%. Activities, our regular stuff there, deposits, claims, scheduling, admissions, collections, records requests, drug screens, background checks, Area 5 preparedness meetings. EMS week was that week of May 19th, so we had an appreciation meal and training. We actually had one of our former employees donate money for that, so that was very nice. Had a presentation from the behavioral health systems last month, just making it now since all that's changed. In-house training, some of this predominantly pediatric advanced life support, so we had some of that training going on. We had a lot of CPR training. We did got new public health director trained with new conservation employees and a bunch of transportation employees, like 8 or 9 of them. Staff did some training on airway and ventilation, some stress trauma. The Iowa County Community Foundation grant, we did get, or are gonna get $8,000 for the EMT training class. We asked for 16, so we got 8, which is good. The city did not get funding for the first responders AED, but the hospital stepped up and provided us with an AED that was delivered this morning, so it's good news. We're getting prepared for a lot of the upcoming special events, parades and stuff going on, the fair. Of course, I think what's the first one, the rodeo is coming up. Getting everybody registered for the EMT class, we're doing pretty good. We do have some spots reserved yet for local applicants. And then there was a disaster exercise planning meeting I attended. Equipment, pretty normal. We did blow a tire, returning from a call, a patient on board. They were able to limp, it was a dual, they were able to limp it to the station. Got it fixed the next day, and then we just, minor issue, a side door last, I had to replace an actuator, we got that done yesterday. No really personnel stuff going on. Safety, kind of routine stuff. I think the injury I reported last time I was here, but see that clinic turn wood. That's it for my normal report. Quest, sent you a bunch of stuff, handed out a bunch of stuff. When we did the medical director agreement, it was for 1 year, it's the same contract, just changed the dates on it. I had the assistant county attorney look it over, Dr. Kinker looked it over, he's fine with it. We're happy with what he's doing. He's been very active, comes out to have meetings with us, do training with us. He's been very good, so.
Have we ever asked Compass if they'd be interested in providing one?
What's that?
Have we ever asked Compass if they're interested in providing one?
Not recently.
I was just curious if you had someone more local.
The active shooter thing, is that, when, do you know when or where that's gonna be?
Williamsburg,
It's gonna be in
The 22nd.
Williamsburg.
Give a date,
the 22nd
Sorry, second.
of September.
September. I have it on my calendar. No.
I was just wanting to watch one of those ones.
I don't think you're supposed to watch. That kind of impedes on it, doesn't it?
Well, they give you,
You can't watch.
they give you an observer vest.
Oh, they do?
I was gonna watch the Iowa Valley one a couple years ago, but I got called away right when it started.
Yeah, I think you can as a public official, you can ask me after.
I was like, it's a big deal, I won't, I just,
Maybe they'll
No,
let
you
you
can
be
observe.
be a victim.
You could be the dead guy, yeah.
Without a
I
leg.
lost my
Without a
leg.
leg. Lost my leg.
Wouldn't that freak out a kid?
Give you a bloody stump.
This could be fun, yeah. I need more ketchup.
There's usually more than one observer too.
Yeah, so that's my first request is the medical director agreement.
I'll make a motion to approve, or to have the chair sign the medical director agreement.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
Second thing I got, is the actual HIPAA agreement with ISAC. I didn't have that ready yet, last week. It's the same thing. I think you're already maybe approved.
I would say him, because he needs to sign it.
Yeah, we both signed the medical director agreement. I don't know that I technically have, but that's how it's set up. It's the same cost, $1,750 as last year, same thing we budgeted for. We've been doing this for third year now, I think. Is there any questions on that?
It's just for training and stuff, or what is it?
Yeah, they provide us training, but more as a resource if we have a question or a problem. It allows us, it's attorney consultations, is it like 4 hours? Up to 5 hours of consultation annually for different questions. Annual 60-minute HIPAA training.
I'll make a motion for the chair to sign the service agreement to participate in the ISAC HIPAA program.
Is there a second?
One second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
The next thing I want to bring up, so I sent you a letter and provided it for you also, sample resolutions. EMS Advisory Council met in May, and I just kind of summarized that, there is their recommendation based on the current uncertainty with the general fund to move forward, putting the EMS levy on the ballot in November. There's also concern if we don't get it on the ballot in November, it'd be 2 years before it could go on there again, on a general election. I'm not gonna read through the whole letter unless you want me to. But you guys can probably need to just,
Who's on this advisory committee?
Kevin's on for the board, the sheriff, myself, the sheriff, emergency management, public health, Dr. Stubblefield from Compass, and Dr. Kinker as our medical director, and then Matt Foltz is the career EMS provider, and Vicki Oswald is the volunteer provider.
Is it, because in the code, I didn't see where it like had, like, where it prescribed who had to be on this.
It doesn't, you guys approved it a couple years ago. The advisory committee.
It's not on our, I was looking through our yearly things and I
I don't
don't,
remember. Like I told you earlier, I don't.
We've been meeting for a while because we have to approve our EMS system plan every year.
What's the difference between this and isn't there an executive board too?
No,
This is it.
yeah. Yeah, this is only, we have an EMS association, which is members from every first responder team in the ambulance. But the advisory was those positions I mentioned in volunteers. I'd have to look at, I didn't bring that with me, Abby.
She asked me and I didn't remember, to be honest. I didn't know how that got set up.
But it was, the board approved it. I'll have to go back to my notes and.
yeah, I'm just curious, just because, you know, when the code says when you do that resolution that was passed, then you set up an advisory council, and it says the county sets it up, so I didn't know if that was.
We had already set up the council before that resolution.
Okay,
It was already in structure.
so really only two people that are representing the taxpayers are on this. Right?
Tinker's not a taxpayer on there.
No, representing the taxpayers, like elected by the taxpayers that, you know, if you pass this and you raise taxes, you're
Sure.
accountable, right? Okay. It's kind of easy for people that don't have to be accountable to the taxpayers and go to the grocery store and,
But they're not passing anything.
well, they're asking us to pass it.
They're making
They're not asking us to
recommendations.
pass it.
They're making.
We're just asking to-
recommendations on our EMS system to make sure.
They're making recommendations that we increase or add another levy with the potential of increasing property taxes to fund this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the intent of those people on there is to have some knowledge of how to give EMS. It wasn't intended for them to necessarily represent a taxpayer on that.
Yeah, but I understand, I'm not fighting that.
You guys are representing the taxpayer.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's easy for these folks to say that when they don't have to go to the grocery store
Sure.
and answer the hard questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
What the ask is today for the resolution is to giving the taxpayers the ability to either vote yea or nay for the levy to support the emergency management, emergency medical services, sorry.
I mean, yeah, this is something, you guys, this is your decision, whether you want to dump a ballot or not. It's just their job to make recommendations on EMS activities, funding, structure.
Yeah, because in my opinion, it's the opportunity for the taxpayers to decide if they want to support it or not. We're not forcing it upon them. We're just giving them the ability to go yea or nay.
That's my belief also, and when I vote, I think that's my right also, whether I want it or not, but I'd like to have that right to be able to make that decision. So,
my biggest concern is that the general voter who's gonna be checking yea or nay isn't gonna be really educated on that and not understand that we already have a paid for ambulance service and we've been funding it, and that this is a necessary thing to have a paid for ambulance service.
Yeah, I don't think we're questioning that you're not funding it now, but you guys all know, I mean, I guess we're uncomfortable. Are we gonna be funded next fiscal year, you know?
Why wouldn't you be? We've never not funded
The
you.
state restrictions have really clamped down on us of what we can do.
We
This
have
is,
places to cut. If we have money to draw out the courthouse, we have money to fund the ambulance
if we
department.
have places to cut, you think we've been working on that for how many years now? We will run out of places to cut.
I think of a few big ticket items.
To me, this is more of an insurance policy. If this passes, we don't have to levy it unless it's needed.
Correct.
And we can change it yearly. It's not every year that we're at this rate. We have the money one year, not the next year. We can fluctuate the levy.
Yeah, you could essentially have it pass and not use it.
They never use it. And that would be this board's decision if they want to use it.
A lot of discussion I've had with the public, and it seems like whether they're gonna vote for it or not, I don't know. But they have no problem with it going to vote. Just that we don't call a special election for it.
No?
Yeah, because I don't, yeah, cost.
I'll make a motion to put it on the ballot for the public.
Oh, wait a minute, you have to have a resolution, right?
Yeah, I did have the assistant attorney look that over, if that's what you want to use, but I also sent it in a Word document to all you guys here, so if you wanted to make any changes, you can certainly do that.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah, Brandy has it, but I can send it to you.
She's not here today.
Okay. Write that down. All right.
That's 6, that's 12.
Okay. So Chris, you made a motion to pass resolution 2026-06-12A.
Yes, correct.
I'll second it.
Since this resolution, we should do it by roll call vote.
Montrose,
Yay.
Abby,
Nay.
Seth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
John.
Aye.
Resolution 2026-06-12A has passed. Now, do I need to sign this? So the thing I asked you about on the 22nd, who's in charge of the active shooter thing?
Josh, you'd be the main coordinator.
Okay. I'll just see if I can watch, or it can be a different.
Well, I'm sure we can make it, right?
You already got your place.
Okay, did you sign that HIPAA? Kristen can send me a copy of that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Okay. And
Do you
I'll
need to
I'll
get
send it
signed by
back.
that other person or do I?
If you just send it back to me, I'll send it to Beth.
I'll just give it to you today.
Okay. I'll just make sure you get a copy. Same.
If you can send me that Word doc, just so I can get it
Yeah,
over.
I made a note here to send it to Kristen, so I don't forget. I'll keep track of it. Anything else for everyone?
Can we ask the questions for Adam?
I think so.
No.
You guys have a good weekend?
You
You
too.
too.
As well.
Is there anything else on that the board would like to discuss as of now? You want to
Thanks,
entertain
Yeah,
a motion to adjourn now?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, yeah, whatever.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those say nay. Motion approved.
Maybe a good day to get off.